Oh my God, BK, today it is new product release day. Over the last 2 years, I've been running SRAM's Eagle transmission wireless drivetrain, but I heard there's something new. You've been riding it. What do we got, dude? I'm so excited.
All right, Rich, I'm gonna need you to slow your roll a little bit.
Okay.
We do have a new product. It is mechanical T-type, and it is that same T-type shifting experience that you've liked, but in a mechanical form. So they've got 2 levels, SRAM 70 and SRAM 90, and I've been testing out the 90 for a little bit.
All right. I will slow down. I'll take my batteries out. We'll calm down, and I'll let you kind of run us through what SRAM 90 and 70 transmission is all about. Mechanical T-type. So let's go. Okay, BK, we're gonna get into it and answer the question of why would you want mechanical T-type, you know? Like I said, last 2 years, I've been running Axis transmission wireless T-type, no problems, but mechanical, why do we want it?
Yeah, I think it's right there in the name, mechanical. For anybody who's not a fan of Bluetooth or batteries, now you can experience that smooth shifting quality of T-type without messing with any of that. So it's just same housing and cable as standard drivetrain. It's reliant on that cable tension, so there is a barrel adjuster, but no limit screws, no B tension. Pretty much just anybody who's been wanting to experience T-type but doesn't want to go wireless, essentially.
Okay, so you are definitely probably one of those anti-battery types, it would seem.
I would say I had one ride that scarred me with Axis, and I got burned once, and I just think that's one time's enough for something like that.
Okay, so shifting on the new mechanical T-type with the wireless stuff, you can hold the shifter and it will multi-shift for you if you just hold the button. Moves maybe a little slower. That's been a complaint of people. With the mechanical stuff, what's the shifting experience like on that?
Yeah, I would say it's a little bit crisper in the sense that there's not that delay with the electronic, how it kind of like slowly moves through. So no delay there, but there's just single click for getting into harder gear, and then when you're moving into easier gears, you can go 2 at a time, but you can't go any more than that.
Okay, have you kind of just like mashed it and tried to
Yep.
stupid shift it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I've tried to shift when I feel like I shouldn't be shifting, and it just seamlessly moves into that next gear. And I think one thing I was a little concerned about is no limits, right? Like you would think, okay, how am I gonna keep this from going into my spokes? When you're in that easiest gear and you try to like continue to push through into the spokes, kind of has that firm feeling of any other like Eagle shifter that's set up properly.
Yeah, you kind of hit that wall.
Yep, yeah. So even if you're really trying, this is never gonna go into your spokes when set up correct.
That's definitely something that a lot of people prefer mechanical for, is they like that tactile feel, whereas the wireless, I might just sit there and hit my button,
Yep.
and I'm not shifting into any gears. I can't tell that I don't have any left unless I look back there. So that's sweet. I know another big thing with transmission is the rebuildability of the derailleurs. I don't think that's a word, but you can rebuild these derailleurs as well, right?
Yep, yeah, this is their most serviceable derailleur ever. So if you were to look at like the parts diagram of what can be replaced, it's almost everything.
Okay, sweet. So it's been a while since I've run mechanical SRAM drivetrains. You have actually previously been riding just standard Eagle.
Yep.
So now this. So what kind of performance benefits are you getting with this versus old Eagle?
Yeah, coming right off Eagle X01 drivetrain, it was a great way to compare this mechanical T-type to just standard Eagle that probably a lot of people are accustomed to. And I think really the biggest difference I've noticed with this is the ability to shift under load coming out of turns. So when you're in a turn like that and you need to get into the right gear, you just shift into it way easier than you would on standard Eagle. Shifter feels nice, same SRAM quality we've gotten to know.
So setup on transmission, it's the same for mechanical and wireless, which I'm running. It's just that prepare, hang, and tighten steps that you have that SRAM has a whole walkthrough of. Did you think that the setup of this was any easier than, say, standard Eagle?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, for anybody with limited mechanical experience or knowledge, this is going to be as straightforward as it gets. You do the same prepare, hang, tighten like you said, And then everything about the setup is reliant on that cable tension. So then you route your housing, route a cable, and just start adjusting that tension in, and the limits are already set. No B tension there, so it's fairly straightforward.
Yeah, it's nice. You just kind of, when you're hanging it on there, you have that setup cog that you get in, you pull the chain tight. I have always struggled with old Eagle, getting the B limit set. They always send the little tool. I feel like I've never been able to get it right because you're supposed to do it under sag and all these other things. So completely eliminating those things has made life easier. I think that's maybe why I like the wireless stuff, is because it was so simple, but that simplicity is still happening here with the mechanical drivetrain, so that's exciting to see. So cross compatibility between mechanical transmission and wireless transmission. Outside of the shifter and the derailleur, what kind of cross compatibility do we have there?
Still uses SRAM's UDH interface. So the derailleur just mounts directly to UDH frames. And all the parts are going to be cross compatible from SRAM 90 to existing transmission drivetrains, for the exception of that derailleur and shifter. So that means you can swap different cranks or chain rings, different cassettes, and different chains as well, just to kind of get the exact setup that you're looking for if you aren't a fan of just the mechanical group set as a whole. For example, say you want to run some of those nice carbon XX1 cranks, you can definitely do that with SRAM 90.
All right, BK, we've talked all about mechanical transmission, but I think we have to answer the most important question that everyone on the internet is going to have. Can you stand on it?
I don't know why you want to do that, but you could.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has to do with mountain biking, is standing on a derailleur.
Everybody knows that's how you start a good ride, standing on your derailleur.
All right, maybe we should, instead of standing on it, go ride this and go mash some gears.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. All right, there you have it. SRAM mechanical T-type is here. BK, what's the verdict?
Yeah, I think mechanical T-type is going to be perfect for those riders that want that smoother transmission feel and shifting experience, want a drivetrain that's a little bit more serviceable, and just don't want to deal with batteries or Bluetooth or any of that other stuff.
Awesome. Well, we had fun riding this stuff, and it is obviously available at fanaticbike.com now. That's all we got. We'll see you next time.